Kobe Bryant, meanwhile, the youngest All-Star in history at 19 years, 5 months.
Well, I've been talking to him. It's the same thing as a 19-year-old kid. So you know what they said, Kobe? You get ready to be the man at the All-Star game. But he can't forget the king is still on the court.
I don't think he's going to take everybody one-on-one.
I know, right?
Yeah. We talking about Kobe? Yeah. He don't let the game come to him. No, he just go out there and take it.
He's gonna make his game.
Make this shit happen. I'm gonna make this a one-on-one game.
Yeah. Look, I figured after the first 4 attempts it didn't go in, he was gonna chill.
After the first 4 attempts, if I was a teammate, I wouldn't pass him the fucking ball. Hey, you want this ball again, brother? You better rebound.
It was a rough couple years for me coming to the league, because at the time the league was so much older. It's not as young as it is today. So nobody was really thinking much of me. I was a kid that shot a bunch of air balls.
I first met Michael Jordan in 1984. I actually went to North Carolina to interview Michael and his family.
Did you have a shoe company that you wanted to go with?
That was Adidas.
I like the Lakers, I like Marcus Johnson, and I like Adidas. I like Adidas shoe, you know.
Adidas was really dysfunctional by that time. And they had just told me, like, we'd love to have Jordan, we just can't make a shoe work at this point in time.
In the early 80s, Nike was, for the most part, a track shoe company. Michael didn't even want to be at Nike.
I couldn't even get him to get on the damn plane and go visit the campus. So I called his parents.
And my mother said, you're gonna go listen. You may not like it, but you're gonna go listen.
Back then, the best guys might have gotten like $100,000 or so. And he got probably $250. It was like, well, you would pay him what? A young rookie that's done nothing? You must be out of your mind.
Coming off his second championship, second finals MVP, second MVP season, Michael was the king of the world. And it was the first year that we were trying to get the pros into the Olympics.
If Chuck Daly played me over 10 minutes, I'm quitting.
With the United States basketball taking a beating in international play, the call went out for NBA help. The result? In 1992, for the first time, a team of mostly NBA players will defend America's Olympic pride.
All right, I'm just going to ask a few things about the Olympics.
All right, no Isaiah Thomas.
No Isaiah Thomas questions.
Cool.
I don't know what went into that process. I met the criteria to be selected, but I wasn't.
Magic Johnson angry. He's very
Bird and Isaiah had their thing. And Scotty, man, it is half the team.
With Jordan, Pippen, Magic, and Bird leading the way, this team's built as the greatest ever assembled.
What did you treasure the most about that experience, that summer?
The practices and the camaraderie, you know, how the guys bonded together.
Man, I had some of my fondest memories just hanging out with Michael.
Michael, game on the line, who would take the last shot?
Me. That's a dumb question. Me.
With the second pick in the second round, the Chicago Bulls select Tony Kukoc.
Tony's certainly an outstanding young prospect. I also think that he's an outstanding young man.
A lot of excitement about tomorrow's game against Croatia, our first chance to see Tony Kukoc against this kind of competition. What do you know about him and them?
Well, I don't know a lot about him, but if you listen to Michael and Scotty, they know a whole lot about him because apparently there was some mixed emotions about him going to Chicago.
Jerry was fawning over Tony so much while our team here was winning championships, and it rubbed a lot of the players the wrong way, unfortunately.
Went out to negotiate with Kukoc while Pippen was waiting to sign the deal that he's currently under. They kind of put him on hold while they negotiated with Kukoc.
Krause, you know, he's willing to put someone in front of his actual kids who have given him everything that we could give him. Tony Kukoc became a great teammate, and I love Tony Kukoc for who he is. But the way he was introduced to me and Scotty was, you know, I didn't appreciate it, and it drove my my energy.
Michael was the face of the Dream Team, and the Dream Team changed everything about international basketball. The Dream Team's entirely responsible for the NBA's profile taking a massive jump forward. It shaped how the world felt about the NBA.
Yeah, I think it was the first time that sports was being sold in a cultural way. We were selling Americana, and then what attached to it was this incredibly handsome, successful player.
After the Olympics, Michael was the most recognizable, the most popular sports figure, but really cultural figure in the world. He was really a global superstar. Everyone around the world knew Michael Jordan.